Hello, thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Sean, here on Vandalay Guitar Repair. Today we have this really nice looking Ibanez. And again, this is my buddy Ken's. He had that Aria bass that I just worked on too. So this thing's here for a setup. It shouldn't need much more, I don't think. So let's start out by checking the basics. Let's make sure that it makes sound. Hang tight here, I'll plug it in. Alright, so everything seems to be working as it should so far. I guess that's a coil tap, coil split. Let me check something here. Yes, it is a coil split. This position is the middle and the humbucker, which you can still split, I do believe. Yeah, you sure can. Very neat. Middle position should just be the middle pickup. It is. And then there we go. We got the neck and the middle. And just the neck. All right. Everything's working fine. That's good. So from here, let's get these strings off. And put some new ones on. Ken is going with my favorite strings. GHS guitar boomers, 10 to 46 is generally what I use. So he's going to try them out on this guitar. I think they'll do nicely on it. And otherwise, I apologize for the sound. I am doing laundry, multitasking here. And my bench is, well, it's in my laundry room. So have to make do with what you have. But yeah, this guitar looks really nice. And the frets, there's a couple of flat spots. I mean, I don't think he needs to have me do a level and recrown. And I think he wants to keep this at a budget anyway. But I don't really think it needs it. I think that I'll be able to polish a lot of it out. Definitely needs a good good hydration. That board is really dry. So it's going to look really nice after that. Yeah, let me cut all these and we'll get rid of them. We'll take a look at the neck, which looked really straight, but I want to see what it looks like without string tension. The nut, it looks like it's cut pretty well. I think I'm going to have to open up a couple of them. We'll find out as we go. All right, let me get rid of these strings, and we will take a look at this neck and the frets. Okay, strings are off. I got the trim bar too, so I can just make sure the trim's okay. I don't think he uses the trim much, but let's make sure it's in working order and doing what it's supposed to do. Let's see how this neck looks. Oh yeah, it's dead flat. Perfect. I like that. I don't see that too often. Man, yay! Thank you, Ibanez. And from here, let's just let's take a look at these frets. We'll put the rocker on them. They look to be pretty good. Let me check the radius too. Looks to be maybe a 14, 12 or 14, I would say. I think it's 14. This is compound. Let me try a 12 on it, but it looks to be 14. And where's my 12? Probably the one I use the most. There we go. No, no, definitely 14. Okay, so we use 14 to set it up. Which, yeah, it's a little off. It didn't look too far off considering. I don't know when this was messed with last, as far as being set up or anything. So, alright, I'm going to go through and check all these. So far, they seem okay. Okay, I found one fret that's high, but it's not. It's not high because it's not level. It has popped up. You can feel it. So I'm going to take this nice rubber mallet here. These things are fantastic. And I'm just going to tap it once or twice, and it should take care of it. Just gentle, gentle tap. And you'll run into this sometimes just from, changes in weather and, whoops. One more tap. There we go. Perfect. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you that. That's the only one I found so far. I'll go through and check the rest. Okay. All frets are seem to be level and even. It's a couple of small marks. Really small though. I mean, heck, I wouldn't even mess with it if it were mine, and I have plenty of time and a space to mess with it all the time, all I want. So let's go ahead and let's just clean these up really nicely with 4/0 steel wool. And I am going to use the guards. It's actually pretty clean, the fretboard. And wow, what a difference. Always amazes me. I'm going to tape these pickups really quick. So as I get down there, I don't want to get any filings stuck to them. It is a pain in the butt to get them cleaned up. And I don't want to take the risk of hurting the pickups. I think that the risk is very minimal. I've never had it happen. But, oh my gosh, it's a pain to clean up. So anyway, yeah, I won't bore you with this. I'm going to go through and just, what a difference that made, just that little bit. I'm going to go through and polish all these with the 4/0 steel wool. And then we'll hydrate this board. We'll check, I think the tuners are okay. We'll check, make sure all the tuners are tight. And we'll get the electronics cleaned up. Although they sound really good. I don't think they need anything, but just to make sure. I like the instruments leaving here. Very good or working order. All right, so let me finish these up. Okay, man, these things shined up great. They look great. Let's use my Dunlop 65 fretboard Ultimate Lemon Oil. No affiliation, but if anyone from Dunlop is watching, I do love this stuff. And that's really going to make it look nice. The fretboard, I mean, which it doesn't look bad. It's just dry. So, rosewood and ebony boards. I usually do this about once a year on all my guitars and basses that have them. You don't have to do it with maple. Depending on where you live, you might have to do it more or less. It's really nice and humid here in Louisville, Kentucky, so that probably means I probably don't have to always do it once a year, but I have quite a few guitars and quite a few basses, and I'm not playing out anymore. It used to be I kind of have things on a schedule. I don't now, so I just try to change the strings on everything once a year, except for stuff I play a lot. And like I said, I'm really just playing from home. So we'll see. We'll see when I do it next. But you guys, depending on your climate, like I say, it may make a difference on when you want to do it. All right, I'm going to let that soak in. All right, so hey, that board looks nice. Okay, everything's soaked in. Off camera, I vacuumed off camera, by the way, so you guys didn't have to hear it. And also, like always, I eyed up the action and the intonation a little bit and set it with adding strings on it. That's kind of pointless. It's just something I like to do. See how close I get. I get closer than I think most of the time, or than I think I would. All right, everything seemed tight too. I checked the tuners and no problems there. I do want to get a socket on them though, just to make sure. Yeah, they seem fine. Just snugging them up just in case. And let's see. Let's throw some strings on this puppy and see where we go. I'm not positive about the nut. Like I say, I might have to open it up a little bit. And I'm not positive about the neck relief. It's really flat right now, so let's see where it is after we get some string tension on it, okay? Okay, strings are all on. I'm sorry, that washer is awfully loud. So I'm going to get it tuned up. Once I bring each string to pitch, I just go ahead and stretch it too. I mean, they're going to stretch for a couple days somewhat, but grab them and give them a good yank. All right, there we are. And this is how I stretch them. I just hold a few inches behind, pull, and I mean, it takes it down a whole octave. All right, let me go through and get this tuned up. We'll check the intonation and take a look at the neck, see how straight that is. Also, we'll make sure that we have the string height where we want it and the pickup height, which might be okay. Again, eyed it up before I put strings on it. Hang tight. Okay, so strings are on. I'm going to cut these off, but first I just want to make sure that the neck is in good shape. There we go. We have a little relief, which, you know, we usually want a little. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think I would mess with it. I think it seems fine. So we're gonna just go with that and see how everything plays. Let me get it in tune again. And once I get the action just about where I want it, which is pretty close right now, I feel like it is anyway. Then we'll check the intonation. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think I'm going to take it down just a tad, and then I'm going to measure it, and we'll make sure that we're on the 14. This is a 14-inch radius, so we'll make sure we're on the right radius. Okay, so I think that is really close. And again, I'm just eyeing stuff up. So let's put this 14 under the strings by the bridge and see if we're muting everything. Pretty much. So the E string needs to come down and the A string just a little. Let's do that. Just a little. The A is really, really almost there, but see how that is. That one still needs to come down, the E. And that's just a good way to make sure that you have the strings on the correct radius for the neck. If you put one of these underneath, and they're really inexpensive. You just want it to mute the string. There you go. As long as it's buzzing on it, I think that's about right. Be careful taking it out, and then let's measure and see where this action is. And I like to keep it around 1.75 to 2, right in there. Everybody, likes things a little differently. But that is right on. I mean, it's about 175 on each string. I think that's good. Let's see how. A little bit of buzz here. I usually make my guitars have a little buzz, as long as it doesn't come through the amp. I don't mind it buzzing a little bit on the guitar. Matter of fact, usually that means it's playing well. I think this is pretty good. Okay, so let's check the intonation. If we have to raise it a little, we will. But this is definitely good enough for me to see if I got the intonation right. I don't know if you can see that, but I also adjusted the trim just a tiny bit. Okay, so that looks to be a little flat. Hang on though, I want to make sure that I get it right on the E. Yeah, just a little flat. So if the needle's going that way, you want to move the saddle that way. So let me see, I think this takes the same Allen wrench. Maybe not. I'm going to find an Allen wrench that fits that well. Okay, so I moved this a little. I don't know if it's enough. We'll find out. And it wasn't off much. I want to get it as perfect as I can. Oh, it's almost us. I mean, I don't think anyone would notice that it's less than a cent, but we can make it better, so we will. I'm just pulling up on this a little as it moves well. Yeah, almost there. Okay, I'm going to adjust this a little bit more and we're going to go through and check them all. Okay. I think that this probably has it. Let's see here. I think that's probably good. There we go. All right. That's good. I'm going to go through and get the rest of these. Okay, so yeah, everything is in. I'm sorry, intonated. Let me turn this amp up a little. I think we're in good shape. I think I have the pickups. An official Mark Jackson pick, by the way. Ice Howl. All right, so yeah, it's working. Everything sounds good. I'll do a playthrough with it at some point here. Probably get that out either later today or tomorrow. Right now, though, everything seems to be working fine. No problems with the trim. I'm going to cut off these strings, and yeah, that is going to be us. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, this is done. I will do, like I said, a little playing demo, probably just on my bench amp or something. And I have a lot to get done today, so I better get moving. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And this is a gorgeous guitar. I really like the top, but it plays nice. Sounds good from what I can tell. We'll check it out in a little bit more detail soon. As always, I appreciate you tuning in. Rock on, listen to Rifle every day, and love one another. Yeah, staying in tune.